Four guys in Charlottesville are making guitars for the likes of Bon Jovi's Richie Sambora, country singer Keith Urban, and Charlottesville's own Dave Matthews.
Yeah, each instrument is handcrafted to suit the musician, creating an individual sound with every pluck of the strings. Only on NBC 29 tonight, Matt Calhoun's here to show us what goes into building a Rockbridge guitar.
Well, one of the co-founders of this company actually got the start building guitars. He built his first one because he couldn't afford to buy one at the time. The other co-founder picked up the craft as an independent study in high school. Now the sounds of Rockbridge resonate from concert stages worldwide.
The basement of Brian Calhoun's High Street home has welcomed musicians from around the world.
A lot of times they're expecting a factory and they, I'm like, meet me around the back of the house.
They come here for handcrafted Rockbridge guitars.
We discuss with them, the type of music they play, what they're looking for, and then we spec out the whole guitar, the way it looks, the way it's going to sound.
Calhoun and Randall co-founded the company in 2002, naming it after their home county in the Shenandoah Valley.
Yeah, I used to go out there as a kid and play music on his front porch.
Brian was young and enthusiastic. I always say he was too young and naive to know you can't do it for a living, but he was like, we can really do this.
In those early days, Calhoun maneuvered his way backstage at concerts to meet performers and show them the handmade guitars.
And I'm like this young kid, and I'd say, hey, will you look at this guitar that, my friend and I built? And they'd blow me off, or maybe they wouldn't, and they'd play it and be like, oh, this sounds good.
Then about 6 years ago, Charlottesville's own Dave Matthews became a Rockbridge fan.
Dave was so infatuated with them almost immediately that we wanted to get them on stage.
Baker maintains the band's collection.
I think a lot of people fall in love with the soul of a guitar and where it comes from. And I think that means as much or more to Dave as the sound.
Rockbridge guitars are now in the hands of some of country and rock music's biggest names.
Basically, if you turn on the radio, you're gonna hear an artist that plays one of our guitars within a few minutes.
From Bon Jovi's Richie Sambora.
I think I have the finest double neck acoustic guitar ever made in the world.
To Jason Mraz.
I love recording with that guitar especially.
The two original luthiers are now part of a four-man team in the shop. They meticulously build just 60 guitars a year.
Make the bracing, carve it, scallop it, put the body together like that, bend the sides.
Calhoun creates the intricate custom inlays. Each guitar takes about a year and 100 man-hours to create Rockbridge's unique sound.
It's kind of guitar nerdy boring, but things like the angle of our X brace, how much we scallop certain braces.
Our guitar sounds a little bit different, and it's hard to put an exact finger on what that is.
And Soja is tuned into that sound.
You kind of do it song by song, guitar by guitar. I bet you this one will sound good for this song.
They are playing Rockbridge guitars in the recording studio for a new album.
They're kind of devoted to not just the look, but the tone of the whole thing and the mechanics behind making something that does a very specific thing.
So next time you go to a concert, look for that shiny name. And know it's crafted with custom care from the guys in the Rockbridge shop.
It's just a huge lucky gift that we get to do this for a living.
A Rockbridge guitar starts at just over $5,000. Ray says business really took off after a good review in a magazine. Rockbridge has never advertised or gone to vendor shows. It's all been entirely by word of mouth. And
Amazing.
They have some fancy names that have some big words of mouth to spread about them.
When they talk about it's been luck, but I'd call it maybe earned luck.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, 100 man-hours to go into one of those guitars. 60 of them a year. These are very carefully made guitars that are highly coveted, obviously, by some of these big name performers.
Right here.
Right here, right down the street.
Really neat.
I like that. Next time you head to a concert,
Yeah,
look for it.
Keep
Keep an eye out. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.